Good evening, everybody, and welcome to VicMania Thursday Night Racing. This week we have come to Belgium to Spa-Francorchamps. This week we have just a stock standard 60-minute race, no pit stop required. Pole position goes to Josin again with a 2:16.662. And lights out and away we go. Unfortunately, not a clean start for everyone as contact was made between Skinny Luke and Hamilton through Eau Rouge. A few drivers like Macmillan were called out by the incident. There was a bump from Hamilton and a bump from Skinny Luke. Hamilton thought he had clear room and took the corner. He was wrong. He was handed a 15-second time penalty for his troubles. A little bit over the top, I still think. Vinny challenged Josin for the lead going to Lake Coombe, and slightly further back Jack Tunce was challenging Christian Wells. The BMWs of Dylan Wood and Will Pay were challenging each other through La Source, and Icarus and Robbins got in on the action heading down to Eau Rouge. Ruffleton had nearly a moment going into Norman at La Source at the start of lap 2. Wolfer had a look on Icarus at Lake Coombe but couldn't convert the position. Ben Fletcher had started from the pit lane and was making his way up the order, passing Ruffleton at Pouhon. Wood had a bit of a slide going into Lake Coombe. This allowed Icarus to get the run on him into Bruxelles. Wolfer had the opportunity to take him but had a little bit of a bump. He eventually got past him through Fangy. Tunks was grumbling about the lack of the grip of the Mercedes, and this came to a head as he went through the Rodillon. Oh, that's going to be massive! Oh my gosh, Dad, how did you keep that out of the wall? Perez and Oliver had it coming together on the accident blanchiment. On post-race discussion, it was just agreed Perez was just taking the corner and wasn't aware Oliver was there. Lap 6 saw Wood get a run on Wolfer up the Camel Straight. However, contact at Lacoon put them both round and dropped positions. The terrible twins, Joslin and Vinny, were still battling close together at the lead of the race. Lap 7 and the Rodillon was going to capture someone else. Tin followed suit on lap 11. After repairing damage, Tin then lost the car at Pouon. On his 15th lap, Oliver came and said hello to the marshals. Ford was running out of fuel, not sure what happened there, neither was he, but he had to pit for fuel. 3/4 of the way through the race and Wood and Wolfer was still going at it like rabbits. Icarus was also starting to gain on Will Pay, having closed the previously 2.5 second gap down to under a second. Woody got a little bit frustrated with Wolfer after Wolfer didn't leave him quite enough space on the exit of Malmedy. Icarus lunged at the bus stop chicane on the penultimate lap. At the end of the night though, it was Jozen who crossed the line first, with a decent lead but not massive over Vinny. And here are the race results. First, second and third, Jozen, Vinny and Noah Reynolds for his third straight podium. And in AM class, Icarus, then Robbins, then Wood. And fastest lap to Skinny Luke with a 2:17.162, blistering pace for race pace. Looking at the championship standings, and Jozen has closed the gap to Vinny again, now 12 points, and Noah and McMillan are split by only half a point. In the Manufacturers' Championship, the battle is really now just between Ferrari and Bentley. .50 points separates the top two in the Teams' Championship. At this point, I think Jozen's going to need a DNF for him to lose it. Thanks for joining us. Next week we're off to a track I have terrible pace at, the Nordschleife.